In the heart of London, beneath the glow of the Shard and the hum of financial power, lies a silent influence worth over $100 billion. It comes from China, a global superpower whose investment have speeded deep into the UK's economy, from energy and real estate to tech and infrastructure. But what does this massive flow of money mean for Britain's future? Is it a lifeline or a level of control? Over the last 2 decades, China has quietly become one of the UK's largest foreign investors, from luxury real estate in London to stakes in nuclear power plants and even iconic British companies. Chinese capital has flowed steadily into the country. A turning point came after the 2008 global financial crisis. With Western economies struggling, China saw an opportunity to expand its influence by buying into the key sectors at bargain prices. $6 billion investment in UK energy, nuclear, wind farms, $3 billion in London real estate, $10 billion in infrastructure projects. Not all investments are created equally. Many of China's biggest deals target strategic sectors, the very backbone of the UK national security and economy. Take telecommunication. For years, Chinese tech giant Huawei was poised to play a key role in building the UK's 5G network, until concerns over espionage and data security led to a political firestorm. And just not tech. China holds stakes in critical energy infrastructure, including the massive Hinkley Point C nuclear project. Some experts warn that this gives Beijing potential leverage in the event of political tensions. For many local communities, Chinese investment has brought jobs, development and revitalization. From new factories in northern England to luxury property developments in London, the money has been a welcome boost, especially in regions hit hard by decades of economic decline. But critics argue that this comes at a price. As one analyst put it, if you rely on foreign money to keep your economy afloat, you also import foreign influence. Left, thriving businesses and new infrastructure. Right, headlines about foreign controls and security risks. This is the price. The UK now face a dilemma. On one hand, China remains a key trading partner and a vital source of investment. Cutting ties could hurt the economy at a fragile time. On the other hand, the growing geopolitical tensions, from Hong Kong to global cybersecurity concerns, make some politicians push for a tougher stance. The big question: can Britain balance economic growth with national security? China's $100 billion bet on Britain has reshaped the country's economic and politics. But a global power shifts the UK must decide: is this partnership a bridge to prosperity or a trap of dependency? If you find this video great, hit the like button. subscribe for more deep dives, and leave comment. But for now, we have to understand that this influence of China in the Europe is growing. Many other countries are welcoming the Chinese investment, not only United Kingdom. So we have to stop for a sec and think about Hungary, a small Central European nation at the crossroads of East and West. In recent years, this country has become a key player in China's grand vision to expand its influence across Europe. With billions of dollars in investment, China is building railways, factories, and political ties that could reshape Hungary's future and Europe's balance of power. China's relationship with Hungary accelerated after 2013, with Beijing announced its massive Belt and Road Initiative, a global infrastructure plan to connect China and markets across Asia, Africa, and Europe. Hungary was the first European Union member state to sign on to the project. This is very important to have it in mind. Why Hungary? Its geographic position makes its vital bridge between Asia and Western Europe a perfect gateway for Chinese good investment and influence. Hungary highlighted on a belt of road. This is the key for the Viktor Orban, often at odds with Brussels, so China as a powerful partner outside of the EU's strict rules. China's investment in Hungary are massive and growing fast. One of the most ambitious projects in the Budapest-Belgrade Railway, a 2.1 billion upgrade funded largely by Chinese loans and built by Chinese companies. The high-speed rail line which connects to port of Piraeus in Greece, also owned by China to Central Europe, making Hungary a key hub for Chinese trade. 2.1 billion, can you imagine that? But it's not just a railway, but we have to understand that the Hungary is just 10 million people, so $2 billion is a lot for such a small country. Chinese battery giant CATL is building a 6.6 billion plant in Debrecen, set to become one of the Europe's largest EV battery factory. This investment don't just bring jobs and infrastructure, they bring political influence. While the EU has criticized Hungary for domestic backsliding, Orban has dependent ties with Beijing, calling it a mutual beneficial friendship. This has led to tension with Brussels and Washington, as Hungary often blocks EU decisions that criticize China on issues like human rights or technology security. But how on earth Hungary can't or are not allowed to trade with China if just the United Kingdom welcomed $100 billion in investment from China itself? Some analysts warn that the Hungary could become a Trojan horse for China with the EU. Well, so what happened in the United Kingdom? Is it not the Trojan horse in the Europe, giving Beijing indirect sway over European policy? For Hungary, China billions bring jobs, technology and growth, especially in regions struggling with employment. But there are also risks. Many of these projects are financed with loans from China, raising fears over the debt and dependency. And critics worry that relying too heavily on Beijing, Hungary could compromise its political independence. As tension between China and the West grow, Hungary's position become even more complicated. Why on earth? What are they going to tell the Hungary if just United Kingdom took $100 billion in investment? How on earth can you be so two-faced? And this is what they say in Hungary. Will it serve as China's gateway to Europe, or will the EU push back against Beijing's rising influence? The future of Hungary may depend on whether these investments lead to prosperity or dependency. China's billions are reshaping Hungary, and so did the United Kingdom, and perhaps the entire European continent. But as history has shown, money always comes with string attachments, as it did to the United Kingdom, and finally, somehow, United Kingdom got out of the European Union. Please subscribe, comment if you have something to say. Bye bye.